Scenario 8. In our Halo administration course, we are going to be working with the CMDB and asset management. Basically, that's what it is. So we are going to be creating an example of a business service, technical service, business application instance, and an infrastructure assets. And we are going to be using the relationship owning service to link them as well. We are going to also enable service availability for tracking against one of the services. Let's get it. So for this, we would be looking at mostly our CMDB module. If we go down over here at the left hand side, you have our CMDB. And if you go to filter it by asset group, you can see the groupings. All you just have to do is on the business service, create a new business service. And since I've already created mine, I'll show you what I created. So I have a new business service called workspace reservation. And if I click on edit, what you do is you need to set your site, which is the main site, whichever site you want. Give your asset tag a name, and then you are going to give set the business owner, the approval group, and the technical owner. That's what you need. You have to make sure it's active. And optionally, you can also just add a business capability over here. It is just a description that talks about it. And you would save. If you look very well in here, we can see there's a downstream relationship here to a technical service. You won't have this on your end because you've not created one, but since I already have a downline to this, that's why I'm seeing it over here. So let's go to the next one. We have created a business service. We'll go over to create a technical service. You click on new for yours and you enter your values, but for me, we'll click on workspace reservation management, which we've already created. This is a technical service. As you can see, give your technical service a name. Sorry, you will specify the asset type, which is already technical service basically. You set your site, you give your asset tag a name, and optionally you can add a business owner, but what we just need now is a technical owner, and we will specify the owning service. Now this owning service is basically who owns this, which service owns the technical service. Now this binds us on the relationship side, whereby we are attributing this to our created business service that we just did. And if you go down to relationships, and in the upstream, we can see that we have an upstream relationship here to our workspace reservation business service, and the relationship is owns, which is the same relationship that we were asked to use, owning the service. So in order to add that, you just click on add, you will search for the asset that you created, let's say workspace. You just select the assets, you confirm, and okay, I already have mine, so it's not gonna work. But when you confirm, you would have the option in a modal to specify the relationship, and we are going to be using the owns. Now you can see in the downstream we have our business app already associated with this. So let's head over to there and show you how we did that. Go back, go down to our applications, and we can see the business application, business app. We already have one created. You will click on new, but I'll click on this WRM. This is my app that is created. This is my business app. I specified the asset type, the site, and I gave it a name. Compulsory, we need to put a business owner, a technical owner, and as you can see, we have our owning service, which is attributed to the technical service that we just created. It's coming down the line. Now we specify just two environments, prod, which is production, and dev for development. And down below, we have made it active. The hosting type is self-hosted. And if we go down to the relationships, we can see that upstream, we would have to add, on your end, you would have to add an upstream relationship to the technical service. As you can see over here that it owns this. And downstream, you can see now that we have business application instances rather, already aligned with our business application. For the two environments that are specified, as you can see, prod and dev, we have downstream relationships for those, prod and dev for the business app instance. So let's get to that and we'll see what we did over there as well. If we go to the app instance, you will create a new one for each of the environment that is specifying your business application. We're going to create a business app instance for that. So for us, we have HaloITSM dev and prod. Let's just look at the dev. So as you can see, this is a business app instance. Specify the site, we're giving it a name, and we specify the business owner, which is compulsory, technical owner as well, the owning business application, which is our WRM application, the environment, which is going to be the dev. This is what we specified. As you can see, the two options that we have are just prod and dev. So this is going to be the dev, as we've already written it in the name, and it's active. The health status is fine. If you go down to relationships, we can see that we have the upstream linked up with the owns relationship to our business application WRM, and downstream we also have an infrastructure where this runs on. So we have a Linux app server over here that's our WRM business app instance runs on. So let's go and check that out. And if we go to infrastructure, Linux app server, we can see we have 1 and 2, which is the prod and the dev that we have up and running. So if we click on any of these, you can see we configured our infrastructure for the Linux app server. The asset type is the Linux app server. We have the site, we have our asset tag name, we have the technical group, the technical owner rather, which is an approval group, and the approval group as well. And down below it's active, we have some details about it. And if we go to the relationships, you can see there's no more downstream relationships over here, but we do have an upstream relationship to the prod business app instance. And that is how we do the relationships between assets. Now, if we go to dependencies, we can see we have a hierarchy over here. This is where I am. This is the app server, and this is for prod, this is for dev, this is for prod, this is for dev, as you can see. And this is our business application that owns both the dev and the prod. This is our technical service that owns the business application. This is our business service that owns the technical service. So it's all laid out. And this qualifies creating an example for all of these. And now we have also done this to link the relationships. For the last part, which is enabling service availability tracking against the service, we'll do that by going to, let's just go to our main business service, workspace reservation, for something like this. If we look over to the tabs, we have the downtime, timeline, and the availability history over here. If we go to another service that doesn't have its configured, you can see we don't have any downtime, timeline. So how this has been configured is that we go to the service, whatever service that we want to configure the tracking on, we go to monitoring configuration, and all you just have to do is make sure that this box is ticked. And if you want to also monitor the service via incoming email and alerts, you can also take that as well. You specify your dates for hours to check and you save. That basically is it for the access scenario 8.